Also, before I forget, because your dumbass or my dumbass always forgets to do this shit at the beginning, thank you so much for 200 subscribers on YouTube. This shit has been insane. This is another part for me that goes into the video that you guys are about to see, which is perseverance. But thanks, you guys. I appreciate you guys all so fucking much, man. You guys are the reason I started doing this shit again because, as you guys will see in the video, I kind of touch up on some stuff that, I felt alone for a minute. And, even YouTube wasn't feeling right. But once I found myself again, man, and I came back to this awesome community, it's, I don't know how the fuck I ever left. So appreciate it, and peace. Well, not peace. See you guys in the video, bye! How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, Fluffy! But I just came out with another quick video. It's a Fluff Talks video. First time in a minute. And this one is going to be labeled as the topic of perseverance. Part 2, I believe. If not, then part 1, whatever. Can't honestly remember if it's part 2. But I also want to piggyback it with a little bit of, I guess, challenge, right? Perseverance and challenge to me kind of go hand in hand. When you're challenged in something, it really puts your perseverance into perspective and lets you really see how much you can really deal with. But with that being said, we're going to go right into the topic now. And perseverance to me has always been, how much are you willing to fight for? How much are you willing to keep doing the same fucking fail, same fucking task until you finally feel like it's breaking through for you? How long are you going to keep pushing through the trials, pushing through the situations where it just hits a wall? You're in a rut. You're in a unwinning situation, right? You're losing. You're failing. But you just know if you keep pushing, you keep persevering through it, that is going to go away. That, to me, has always been a key focus to try to keep improving in life. Right? I know and I understand that sometimes we can't do it. Sometimes there might be one that, you might have to throw in the white flag for. It's just something that you can't do on your own. But that's where challenge to me is so exciting too, right? Because a challenge doesn't have to be taken alone. I could throw the white flag on a challenge and say, you know what? I need help. I cannot defeat this on my own. I cannot win this on my own. I cannot persevere through this on my own. And that's something I had to learn very quickly after, I got out of my teens. Once I hit 20, 21, 22, I realized it's a lot better to have a stable relationship, not with myself, but with my supporting cast in life, because I know that I won't be able to do everything by myself, right? There's going to be some situations where I'm going to need to lean on somebody. I'm going to have to tag in that person, right? And, hey, man, I got this. Hey, girl, I got this, but I need your help with it, right? That's so crazy to me that I know how that felt without having that person. Using wrestling terminology, you'd go reach your hand out. You're like, oh, help, help. And there's no one there, right? You're like, man, what the hell am I doing wrong? Why am I not doing this right? Why did this person just leave me? What am I doing wrong, right? Like, am I doing something wrong here? How come I cannot get out of this? And it took me a situation of stepping back, readjusting myself and saying, you know what? No, I have to fix myself first. I have to stop looking at the trees and, and realize the forest, right? There was a speaker that I listened to one day, and he said, so many of us get hyperfixated. Like, let's use the skiing example, right? You're skiing through, a bunch of trees, right? A lot of people will start thinking, I can't hit that tree. I can't hit that tree. I can't. You're going to fucking hit the tree because that's all you're thinking about. So as you try to persevere through something, you got to stop thinking about, I can't do this challenge. I can't focus on failing. You got to realize that if you start putting negative connotations to a lot of things, especially stuff you're trying to persevere through, especially challenges that you're trying to accomplish, it's never going to allow you to actually keep pushing forward. because you're putting that mentality in your head that you can't actually break through with it. You have to start thinking to yourself, I'm one more fail away from a W, right? I'm finally there. I'm on the cusp. I'm right fucking there, right? It's it's amazing to me how many people will just give up when they're just right there. You're right there. You've gotten your first big break. You're almost at the cusp of that big break where you're just going to be set with everything in your life. And it hits. And you're done. And you're wondering, what the hell did I do wrong? Why is this happening now? You don't realize that the challenges are making you persevere through more trials because it's needed. What you set up for yourself, what God set up for yourself, whatever you might believe in, set you up for, is gonna be hard. It's not easy. There's nothing easy about this life. Nothing. I could tell you from the experiences my parents have told me about their lives. Both of them have come from fucking hard trials. And they created me. Fucking, I might not be the best, but fuck it, I'm gonna try. And that's why I think perseverance has always been such a key factor to my life. Because my parents were the first ones to show me, you have to persevere. You have to go through every challenge and realize you have nowhere but forward to go. You can stumble back a little bit, you might take a step back, but use that as a sprint forward and persevere and push through anything in your fucking way, man. Like, that's the one part that got so crazy to me, was just experiencing that firsthand after so long of not knowing what the fuck I was doing wrong, man. Like, I went through probably 2-3 years when I was thinking, why is there no big break for me? Why am I experiencing so many hardships back to back to back to back and not seeing a push, a breakthrough, a relief in these situations? And all it took was for me to finally take one step back and stop fucking hitting my head against the wall. Take a step back. Realize there's a crack right here. If I attack this little spot in this wall, I'll break right through it. I couldn't see it because I was so dead set. I had blinders on that I was just trying to aim here. When I could have looked here, seen a couple spots, said I could attack here and be fine. And, and then there's those bigger projects. Oh, well, I can't reach that one, right? I can't reach that high. It's 20 feet up in the air. Analogy-wise, there's something a little bit out of reach. But how can I get it? How can I make myself get there? That's where you could have that supporting cast that could be like, you know what? Let's go get that ladder. I'll hold the ladder, you go up there. Right? That's how I saw it. But I had to find myself first. I had to find my relationship with God. I had to find my relationship within myself. I had to find a relationship within the people around me. To finally be like, you know what? I trust you to help me on my darkest days. I trust you to give me the best avenues and the best situational awareness to help me in these hardships. But at the same time, I understand if I reach out my hand to you and you might not be there, that might be a situation that I have to handle on my own. And that's where I have to persevere and have to keep just pushing forward. Right? There's always that one thing. No matter if my back is against a wall, theoretically and hypothetically, I have to go forward, right, to keep progressing. I'm not going to be able to go back through that wall. Fucking, that's pointless. Why am I going to go backwards? I have to push forward. And so with that, you have to learn how to pick and choose your battles. And so that's where, perseverance, you persevere through a lot of things, right? There's a lot to do with it. The challenges has a lot to do with it. But there's some challenges that you can pick and choose whether or not they're going to be worth the agony to have to go through with it. You can lose some challenges. You can lose some battles in life. There's going to be a lot of fucking rounds where you're going to get knocked on your ass. And that's what I feel like, to me, has always been the greatest thing. It's that it's not always just a win after a win after a win. You have to take a loss. You have to take a tie here and there where it doesn't feel like you lost, but it doesn't feel like you won. You just kind of stayed the same, right? But that's what makes it fun to me. I think that's why I enjoy watching sports. Not all, but some. To the extent that there's not always a winner and a loser. At least like in soccer or in the NFL, where regular season where they have ties are possible. Soccer ties are possible. Some people don't like that. You want a winner, you want a loser. I get it. But that to me has always been a perfect representation of life. You have winners, you have losers, you have people that just almost stay right in the fucking middle of the pack. But they're all trying to reach a common goal. Can I be better than yesterday? Can I have that one situation, that one supporting cast, that one just breakthrough moment where I'm no longer feeling like I was yesterday, where I felt like I wasn't getting ahead, where I felt like I wasn't out of my space. We all get in ruts. Honestly, I felt like I was in a rut all of last year. I pushed through, I persevered, and you understand that regardless of when you last end that first rut, there's going to be another one. There's going to be a peak to the mountain where you're going to go right back down. It's a way of life, it's a way of living, and it's a way to make sure that we all understand we're fucking human. I've had people that told me, I don't understand how you could live so happy in some parts of your life. And I'm like, you know what? Because I expect the challenges. I expect to have to push through something. And so I admire every morning I wake up. I'm happy I woke up this morning. I'm happy I get to go to work. I'm happy that there's things that I get to do that somebody else might not have a chance to because we're lucky. We're lucky to be alive. We're lucky to have the circumstances that we do. I know a lot of people, in my life included, that don't have ease of access that I might have to a lot of things. They don't have maybe the proper knowledge to be able to do a lot of things in life. And I've seen it firsthand, in a third world country where things aren't as easy as we have them here. I don't have the unfortunate circumstances of knowing how the hell am I going to go to work tomorrow. Thankful God, I have a couple, ways of transportation. I have people I can call. I have things I can do to make sure that I can still make a living. I have people in my circle to make sure I can go to bed at night knowing that somebody cares. And I feel so fucking bad for the people that don't have that. I do. And just know if you are one of those people, I'm right here. Just type a comment down below. Send a fucking DM to one of my accounts. I have them all linked on my fucking description box. Send me a message. If you feel like you're alone, if you feel like there's nobody there with you, send a message, man. I will be there for you. I hate seeing people go through this life alone because I've had to do it alone. I've had to go through that where there was nobody in my corner. I fucked up. I ruined some relationships. I ruined some friendships. I ruined a lot of shit in my life. And in those periods, you lose the people that you thought were always going to be in your corner. And it gets lonely, man. It gets so fucking scary sometimes too, bro. Like, you don't understand how scary that shit can get. Because now, as weird as it sounds, like, I do have a supporting cast, but I could also be so comfortable being by myself, being alone, having to go through this life alone. I feel comfortable doing that. That is scary to me. Because everything I've ever known has always told me to persevere, to have these challenges in life, you at least need one supporting cast. But when I pushed everybody away, when I forced everybody's hand to say, you know what, fuck you, Jeremy, I don't want to be a part of your life. I don't want to be a part of your issues. That's when I knew that, I'd have to go through this alone and there'd be no other way around it. There'd be no way of saying, help me. Until I rebuilt myself. Until I persevered through my own demons. Until I fought the challenges of being able to find myself again. That I knew, okay, I'm back to normal. I can finally ask somebody for help. I can finally go back to that person that was my supporting cast and tell them, hey, I need your help. I can't do this one alone. But, it's also the opposite. There's so many people that have done that and been stabbed in the back. There's so many people who have done that and have just been left to fucking rot, and it's just insane to me how that shit happens. How do you fuck up somebody so bad? Because all you had to do was just tell them I'm here. And you couldn't even do that for somebody. You couldn't just sit there through one phone call telling them, hey man, yeah, this is happening to you, but it's gonna get better. You're gonna be okay. This is gonna go the way you need it to go. Maybe not now, maybe not tomorrow, but soon you'll have that breakthrough. Like, it's just so fucking crazy. And I'm happy I've been able to experience it the first way, where I had that supporting cast. I had to go through it alone. And now I'm back to where I feel most comfortable, with somebody in my corner or some people in my corner that I know if I ever don't feel adequate enough, they're right there for me. But that's all I really had today. A little long-winded and a little exaggerated at points, but I appreciate you guys, and I can't wait to be doing more of these fluff talks. See ya. Peace.